This is another one of my Slag glass lamps. Some people call them Tiffany lamps, which they're not. Some people call it stained glass lamps, but this is actually called a slag glass. That's what all these are, these panels here. This one is made by a gentleman, I believe from 1870. I think it was 1870s or 1880s he was born in. I'm not quite sure. His name was Poul Henningsen. It has a patented date on the bulbs where the sockets are, you know, like the brass sockets up underneath here. What I'll do is I'll show you in a minute. I'll take this lampshade off in a minute. It was about 1909 this lamp was made. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. But the patented number on the sockets for the bulbs were 1909. It's all metal, except the base. The base is made out of glass, has a slight design on it. It's bolted through the bottom, and then there's a nut on the bottom underneath the felt that screws this on and keeps this sturdy. So I'm not quite sure if this was added on after. It probably was, but it's still old, this glass piece. I think when they originally made it, from what I could see on the internet, was they just had bottoms right here like this here. Now this lamp is very heavy. If you look at the lamps today and everything else, it's all made out of cheap plastic, Chinese crap. I keep saying Chinese crap because it is, and I stress that. I don't care if I get, you know, negative blogs on my videos, but Chinese crap is crap, really is. And I don't know, you guys could take that the way you want it, but I've never had any luck with Chinese shit. So, but this was American made. I'm assuming maybe the guy's name is French or is from France. I don't know. But this thing weighs a hefty 24.5 pounds almost. I think it's 10 pounds just for the base from here up. And then the shade itself weighs 14 pounds. I mean, that's amazing to make a lamp like this. Now on my fans, my older fans, they weigh the same thing. They weigh like 10, 15, 20 pounds for a damn fan. That's why things last in America back then. Everything was made unbelievable. But today, it's all cheap shit. And it doesn't last. And all they want to do is make you buy another one. You buy a lamp like this thing's over 100 years old. This thing's probably a good 100, 125 years old. This thing lasts forever. You know, it's incredible. Of course, it has the old cord, not grounded, of course. Now, I just want to show you the detail in this lamp. It's amazing. I don't know if you could see it, but the workmanship that went into this. Like here's a weld here, all the way around. I'm not sure if this is the original finale. It's kind of small, but I think it is. It might be. I don't know. But none of these glass panels are broken. They're all intact. No chips, no repairs. Now, the gentleman's name that made this lamp, you spell his name Poul. His name is Poul because it's spelled P-O-U-L, not P-A-U-L. Now, he has his initials. I don't know if you could see it. There's a P here, right there. And there's an H there for his last name, Henningsen. And every panel has it. H, P. And if you look down here, PH down here. PH, PH. Every section has his initials. PH, PH. All the way around. So you have 8 panels on the top. And then 8 side panels. So this is a 16-panel lamp. And it's gorgeous. I mean, if you like this type of lamp, it's just unreal. Of course, it doesn't go in our house, but it's just the quality is there. Now it has different workmanship here on the lamp base itself. Again, it's all metal. I'm not sure what kind of metal it is, but let's see if I could do this without breaking it. So take this off. Okay, now this is a little loose, this screw, but that could be fixed. So just bear with me for 1 minute here. Okay, got it. I'm telling you, that thing weighs 14 pounds. It's incredible. Alright, this thing came off here, so I'm glad I saw that. This is the cap that goes over the top, and as you can see, there's the original wire. So it is the original wires. Doesn't look like it's ever been rewired. That's the cloth wire right there. I don't want to touch it because it's on, and looks like some of the cloth is off of it down below there. This here doesn't look like the original screw to hold this cap on. So, but this is what's loose underneath here. See, that's making that loose, that little screw stem. So what I could do is get a little 2-part steel putty and put it in underneath there and just clamp it down and let it dry. So that would be the fix on that. Okay. So again, I don't believe this is rewired to here. I think this is all original wire inside. And then I think this is original. It looks like early 1900 wire. It might not be. Maybe they did originally have, maybe they did have the original cloth, and maybe somebody did replace this, maybe in the 40s or so, 30s or 40s, because the hole here is a little bit big where the wire goes through. Alright, so now the sockets, of course, are brass, I guess, and the stem. I just want to show you. They both work. Both pull chains work. So if I turn it around, they both work. So now on this socket here is some writing. I know you can't see it with my phone, but it says patented PATD July 6, 1909. So each one of these have that in writing, and then they have the wattage and the volts. So I guess I'm assuming, and that's when this thing was made, probably early 1900s, maybe a little bit later, or not early 1900s, I'm sorry, because it was patented in 1909, of course. So from 1909 to maybe 1918, I would think, when this thing was made. So that's all I could tell you about it. Alright, and you can see the quality in this. I mean, I'm sure they had a mold maybe. I don't think this was all done by hand. It was probably poured in a mold. And that's it. I don't know what else to say about it. The only thing I could say is it's just excellent quality. Now you can see how each one of these slag glasses are attached with a weld. Like a piece of metal is folded over, and then they put like a little weld on top, looks like. But even all the ends are perfect shape. Of course, it's like oxidized. It could be lead, and then I'm sitting here touching it, but they touched it and they lived 100 years old, some of them. So, and here's all welded here. Little piece of metal folded over here on the side, slag glass, and it holds it in. So, and they're all in there pretty tight. So it's in good shape, in very, very good shape. You know, I got a nice piece here. I showed you another one I had that was similar to this, but you know, here you go. This is Poul Henningsen, around 1909 to 1918, slag glass lamp. And the measurement, I believe, is 16 inches wide from here to here, side to side. I think 8 or 9 inches high. And then you have the topper, which is a good 1.5 inches, 1 3/4. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed this one, and if anybody ever needs any information on it, there you go. That's all I know.